Hello there! This is Oppo Rancisis. And what I must say is I apologize. I apologize for the fact that this video is part 2 of a video that I promised to make like a long time ago. Like a very long time ago. I did part 1 to this video like 4 months ago. And I promised it to come out soon. However, I was so lost in my channel with all those new programs and all this cool stuff that we completely forgot. And that's why I want to apologize. This is part 2 of looking through the Star Wars Special Editions. Quick warning, these changes are in no particular order. So let's begin. Starting off with the Wampa, the snow creature from The Empire Strikes Back. In the original cut, there was very little of this creature. However, in the new special edition version, we have a lot of it, like a lot. We see it eating Luke's dead Tauntaun. In the original, we just hear it. And although many people complain that ruins the tension, we already saw the Wampa in the previous scene, so I don't think there needs to be any tension of what it looks like, just that it's coming closer. And in the new one, it is very like, you feel like it's coming closer because you see it. In the original, there was no such thing. It was just crawling, and you didn't understand where it was. Here you get the feeling that it's very close to Luke, and it adds more tension to the scene, I think. Then there's an additional scene of the Wampa having, without his hand. This change was made just for us fans. Basically, there is a line in the movie where it's like, the first transport is away. The first transport is away. And in original, it was said by an unknown actor, just a very cool voice. But in the new version, the voice was replaced by the voice of the actor who played Luke, Mark Hamill.
Transport is away. The first transport is away.
The first transport is away. The first transport is away.
Another example of dialogue changes is in the scene on Dagobah, where R2 is swallowed by a scary creature. And then the creature spits him out, and Luke just comes to his rescue. And originally Luke says this.
Are you alright? Come on. You're lucky you don't taste very good.
But in the special edition, he says this.
Come on. You were lucky to get out of there.
Another big change was the Emperor. Before Ian McDiarmid, the actor we all know as Palpatine, was cast in Return of the Jedi, in Empire Strikes Back, he was played by a woman in makeup and revoiced by Clive Revill. So in the special editions, when Ian McDiarmid began playing the Emperor, the old Emperor was replaced. My friend Alexei said that the old version of the Emperor kind of looked like an alien, and I absolutely agree with him. I mean, just look at him. Don't you think he looks like an alien? Anyway, I absolutely love that Palpatine was replaced with Ian McDiarmid. For me, he's like the only guy for the role. And unfortunately for this woman in makeup, I don't remember her name, and Clive Revill, the new Emperor wins this round. Another big change is Boba Fett's voice. Boba Fett, the best known bounty hunter to many fans, was originally played by Jeremy Bulloch and voiced by Jason Wingreen. However, the voice was replaced with the voice of Temuera Morrison, who also played Jango Fett and all the other clones.
He's no good to me dead.
He's no good to me dead.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
This is a nice change, as of course in the prequels we learned that Boba Fett was a clone. However, the two just sometimes they sound very, very similar. But if I had to choose, for intimidation, I would choose the old Jason Wingreen voice, but for realism, probably the new one, Temuera Morrison. Because in Star Wars, the old voice would be cool, like, oh, it's so intimidating. But I think if someone spoke like that in real life, they would in no way have been taken seriously by others. So, the new one wins for me. There are also some alternate score transitions. For example, here, after Yoda says his wise words to Luke, the Imperial March starts playing at a different moment. It was supposed to play from the moment when it was supposed to play, if that makes sense. However, it was for some reason in the original they changed the score transition, so see for yourself.
Come, boy. See for yourself.
That is why you fail. That is why you fail.
In the special edition, there are also some additional shots of Boba Fett following the Millennium Falcon. And when they arrive at Cloud City, originally there was very little of Cloud City that we saw. But now we have the opportunity to see more of it through enhanced shots, like the Millennium Falcon landing on the platform. Now it's really beautiful, much more than it was in the original. See, all of that was not in the original. Also, we see a lot of other shots of the Falcon, such as the morning shot, which I call it. It's like this when the cloud car drives through the buildings and shows us this spectacular view. And also, the building in which Leia and Han are talking is different in the two versions. Speaking of Cloud City, in the original we saw very little of it, as inside the buildings there were very little to no windows, and when they were just basically very bland. And the new version really improved on it and added a lot to the actual city. Some of the white walls in the city were replaced with sort of balconies, and we saw a lot more of the city that way. They added new windows and sort of new balconies and everything, and now it looks even more beautiful than in the original. Also, I really like that they added more sort of things when Luke is falling into the Falcon, because for me it's more comfortable when there is more closed. This isn't much, but I would like to focus your attention on this change. In the original, when Chewbacca is searching for C-3PO parts, the sort of fiery oven where they're going to throw all the junk into is blue and red. It is glowing blue and red. But in the special edition, the oven has been restored and just looks like a normal one. In the special edition, we get an entire new scene of Darth Vader arriving on his Star Destroyer, the Executor.